We are live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Wow, what a W. Give it up, man. Seriously, give it up for the Lakers. Way to go in on the road, right, against the best team in the NBA. You desperately need these wins down the stretch, right? I said that I needed the Thunder or the Lakers to win, at least split this Thunder matchup. But the first one, in my opinion, was the most important because now it puts the pressure on the Thunder more than it does the Lakers. Where if the Lakers lose that first one, it's like, you start going on a losing streak. It's like, things, especially when you need to win those. You get the first one out the way. That doesn't mean that I want the Lakers to lose the next one. That doesn't mean that they can take it easy. That doesn't mean anything like that. Lakers need to come and win. This is the Lakers team. This is the team, right? This is the team that I wholeheartely believe can win an NBA championship. This is the Lakers team that I think can compete and beat anybody. I've said it all season. I said it last season, right? I like the Thunder matchup because the Lakers are big against the Thunder. Right? The Thunder don't have that interior presence to really dominate and hurt the Lakers. Right? Isaiah Hartenstein, don't get me wrong, he's great. I would love to have Isaiah Hartenstein on the Lakers, but he's not this big interior presence that's going to go get you 20 and 20. Right? Chet Holmgren, he might as well be a 6'6" forward. He's just not a guy that is imposing on the inside. He's not a guy that's imposing on the interior. Right? Lakers match up very well against the Thunder because all their guys are all 6'3" to 6'6", right? Lakers got whatever they wanted on the defense side because they don't have the size to match up against the Lakers. The Lakers are big against the Thunder, which is why I like that matchup, which is why I think that matchup is favorable for the Lakers, right? But they're still a good team. If you don't do and show up and play the game the right way, you're going to get beat. But the Lakers did. They showed up. The effort was there. The intensity was there, right? Like all the things that you wanted to see from the Lakers that make the Lakers scary are all right there, right? The Lakers are a team that can beat anybody, but they have these stretches where it's just like they can be hot and cold at times, right? Like you'll see the Lakers and it's like, this is the best team in the league. And then they'll have a 2-game stretch where it's just like they look pedestrian, right? But they do, own the West. I mean, they have dominated the Western Conference. You don't believe me and you think it's my opinion? Go look up the numbers. They have dominated the Western Conference. On top of that, right, they play well. Like, they play bad against the bad teams, right, for whatever they love to play to their competition. But they usually play very well against the good teams. They've beaten all the good teams, right? And that's what you want to see, right? How do they match up? Because you're going to be playing these teams in the playoffs. You could, depending on how the seeding, falls, it's very possible that you're playing the Thunder in the second round if they finish with the 4 seed. If the Warriors overtake us or something like that, right? So I like the way that this team matches up. I do think this team can beat anybody, right? But they need to put forth that effort. Guys were, everywhere. Role players stepped up huge. Our bench was huge. Right? It wasn't just Luka and LeBron and Austin Reaves. It was everybody. Everybody contributed. Luka was great. Luka got into a rhythm, which is something that I talked about going into the Pelicans game and then after the Pelicans game. Right? One of the big things that I was hopeful for was that the Pelicans game you can use as like a practice. I know that sounds kind of messed up because, they're an NBA team, but they're not this elite NBA team. My hope was that the Lakers could kind of work out what they needed to work out against the Pelicans. Luka could allow himself to get into a rhythm and get his shot back. And then hopefully that translates into the Thunder game and so on. Luka started off, 0 of 7 in that game? And then ended up finishing the game, 10 of 21, right? So he finished, 10 of 14 down the stretch and got into a rhythm and got into a flow and was hitting his shots. And then that translated to this game. And he started off well, right? LeBron was getting his. Reaves was getting his. But also, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, even Rui Hachimura was coming to the party. You had a team effort. It wasn't just LeBron, Reaves, and Luka gave you 100 and that was it. No, Lakers put up 126 against the best defense in the league and held them to 99 points. You held the best team in basketball to 99 points. And, oh yeah, by the way, you dropped 126 on them. This is the Lakers that can beat anybody, right? You know, getting into we'll just jump into the stats here. And then I'll get into the super chat questions and the regular chat questions. So keep trickling them in. But no, LeBron, 9 of 16, right? 7 assists, 3 rebounds, steal, 19 points. Rui chimed in, gave you 11 points, right? 4 of 10, 2 of 6, not great, but solid, right? He gave you 7 rebounds and assists. Jackson Hayes even came to the party a little bit. He was limited minutes, but again, you don't need the interior size as much, right? You have like Lakers match up well because again, the Thunder don't have that interior presence that is just demanding. You know, that's imposing. Austin Reaves, 7 of 15, 4 of 8 from 3, right? 2 rebounds, 3 assists, gave you a 20 piece, right? Luka, 11 of 20, 5 of 11, right? Efficient. 55% from the floor, 45.5% from three-point range, right? Gave you 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, right? 30 points. You had Dorian Finney-Smith, 4 or 5 from 3, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 14 points. Gabe Vincent, 4 or 7 from 3, right? 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 12 points. They gave you 26 points between the two of them. Even Jordan Goodwin, right, gave you 5 rebounds in 9 minutes, 2 of 4 from the floor, 2 assists, right, 4 points. Vando gave you 3. But him with his effort, his energy, his hustle, the defense, all of those things, right? You had what? Lakers had, they had what? 2, 4, 6 guys in double figures. 1 guy a bucket away from double figures, right? The turnovers, I would have liked a little better, 15. Got to do a better job. They were doing good early on and kind of got laxed. But for the most part, did well. Rebounded the ball well. They shot the lights out from 3, right? Like that's a big part why the Lakers blew them out. They had 22 of 43s. So that's a big part. Like that's something that at least needs to be, you know, acknowledged, right? Like part of it was Lakers were hitting shots, but they were getting a lot of open looks, right? Because the Thunder were so worried about Luka penetration and Reeves and all that, so they were trapping and double teaming and full court pressing and trying to keep those guys pedestrian, and it opened up for everyone else. But guys were hitting shots, right? I loved the effort from guys. This team is at their best when everybody is contributing. I've talked about in the postseason, you need Luka and LeBron to be transcending. You need Austin Reaves to be great, but that doesn't mean you're just going to win with just those 3, right? You need everybody to contribute. You need everyone to be playing their role, everyone to give their effort and energy. This was great. Thunder had a couple stretches where they, threw a couple punches and all that stuff and tried to, try to get back into the game, but the Lakers gave it right back. Excellent timeouts by JJ Redick. Every time they went on like a 5-7-0 run, called a timeout, stopped the bleeding, got back out there. Great, out of timeout play calling. Boom, go and end up getting a bucket, extend the lead, get it back into the 20s. I mean, they were up 25-27 the entire game. Excellent first half, but the concern is the third quarter. We all know the Lakers in the third quarter, but they showed up and they balled out. I would like still a little better, cleanup to end quarters, right? But, there's always things you can nitpick, all right? Which is what the coaching staff should do. Hey, we need to be better here. We need to be better here. We need to be better here. But this was a great just effort by the Lakers, the coaching staff, right? The coaching staff had these guys prepared, knew what they wanted to do, knew how they wanted to attack them, knew what the defensive schemes were, knew what the plans were, knew how to keep SGA modest. Obviously, SGA, he's going to get his, but can you keep him from giving you 50 and getting everybody else involved and get everybody else cooking and doing all these other things, right? Like you had Jalen Williams, who's their second best player, to 4-14, right? 16 points. He gave you 16, but he did it on 28% shooting. Chet Holmgren, 4 of 6. He gave you 10 points. Right? Lou Dort, 3 of 8 from the floor. SGA, yes, he went and gave you 26, but you made him work. It wasn't, he didn't just go and get whatever he wanted whenever he wanted it, right? You kept these guys, pedestrian, which is what you want to see from the Lakers. So this was just a great effort all around by the Lakers, and I really love what we saw from this team. But anyway, let's get into the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, all of that. Real quick, hit that like button if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't yet. And let's get into it. Give me one second. Let me get to the top of the page here. All right, Edmund, coming out, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Playoff mode, Luka is scary, Tyler. He is. Look, Luka is still in there, right? Did he have his struggles? Has he had, kind of this up and down stretch? Sure, right? But again, I trust him. Why would we otherwise? The guy every year is one of the best playoff performers ever. Not just like for current time, ever. His game is tailor-made for the postseason. Literally. Right? His game is perfect for the NBA, for NBA playoffs. Right? He'll be fine. Right? Like, again, the guy, even with his inconsistencies, is averaging like 28, 8, and 9 or something like that. Like, I'll take that. That will be fine. Right? LeBron James, at any point, go get you 30. Right? Austin Reaves is still on a tear. Austin Reaves has still been fantastic. Austin Reaves still giving you 20 a night. He's continuing to be aggressive. I love to see it. He's hitting his shots. His 3-point shot is still coming around falling. Right? He shot 46.7%. It's almost 47% from the floor. That's great. 50% from 3. Right? Like, Lakers are going to be fine. Right? You're going to have to beat this Lakers team. Like, I don't know. And it's nothing against Anthony Davis or anything like that, but there were questions at times. I mean, even when we went to the conference finals, remember, a couple years ago, there were questions, right? Anthony Davis would have one good game, one bad game, one good game, one bad game. And it was like, man, can the Lakers win a championship with Anthony Davis's inconsistencies, right? And then you ran into Denver and you got blitzed, right? I don't see this Lakers team getting blitzed. Like, if the Lakers lose, you're going to have to beat them. I don't think somebody's just beating the Lakers in 5. I just don't. Again, it could be wrong, but I trust this Lakers team. Joe, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Mavs really gave us Luka, man. It's wild, right? Dude, that guy is magic, man. I mean, he was hitting like trick shot and ones and all kinds of craziness. And you love it. You love to see it, which is why, like, I know it's hard to be patient at times. I know it's frustrating at times, but you got to trust the process, right? Everything takes time. As much as we want Luka to be, the greatest player ever every single night, bad nights happen, bad stretches happen. Like I said, context matters. He came back from, a long hiatus, brand new team. The previous team is doing nothing but just dragging him through the mud, right? Like, there's a lot of factors that go into it. He's starting to get comfortable, right? He had a shooting slump. I mean, again, we saw LeBron have a shooting slump. Shooting slumps happen. It's part of the game. Right? But can you get out of those slumps? Can you figure out those slumps? Right? If you can do that, then you're in great shape. So I trust the Lakers to do what they need to do. I trust the Lakers to handle their business and get the job done. I do. But yeah, got to take it a game at a time, right? We got the Thunder again. Need to lock in and bring the same effort. So, but this was great. LeBron and Luka have the nicest fadeaways in the league. Yeah, you're not wrong there. What a game. Didn't expect it to be a blowout. Honestly, if we're being honest, right? I don't think anyone expect the Lakers to blow them out, right? Like, if we're being honest, it was, if you said, hey, this game is going to be a blowout, right? Like, if you jumped into a time machine and you came back and you're like, hey, this game was a blowout, most people, even Laker fans, probably would have said, oh, so the Thunder blew out the Lakers, right? Especially the stretch that they've played recently, the way that they've played recently, right? But the Lakers are the way, and they blew them out start to finish, right? You're always worried about, like, those 20-point leads early. It's like, those usually don't hold up. Those usually don't last long. Not this time. Lakers dominated this game start to finish. That's one of the biggest W's of the season, offense and defense. Yes. I mean, given the circumstances, given that, they're the best team in the league and all that stuff. LeBron is 100% from 3, which is beautiful. Tyler, when is the Austin Reaves apology video coming for wanting him off this team? Again, no one's untradeable. Again, it's silly, right? I can only criticize somebody based on the way that they're performing. There is no denying earlier in the season. We can admit he is great now, but there's no denying earlier in the season he was inconsistent. You, as big of a Austin Reaves lover as you are, you cannot tell me this Austin Reaves we've seen these last 30 games was the same Austin Reaves at the beginning of the season. Like, again, it's okay to be honest. Austin Reaves isn't going to see you, Edmund, and be like, oh, like, man, that was my guy. Now I don't like him because he was honest about it. Austin Reaves talked about it. Austin Reaves literally said everything that I said about his inconsistencies and his issues and all that stuff. Again, no one is untradeable. Lakers traded Anthony Davis, right? No one would have thought that. Granted, it was for Luka, but again, I never have said trade Austin Reaves for a bag of chips. Even in the offseason, Austin Reaves could end up being on the trade block. Lakers going to have to figure out what they want to do with them. Is he the guy that you're pairing alongside Luka? I don't know. Again, if you could get SGA tomorrow for Austin Reaves, would you not do it? Or not, yeah, SGA, yeah. Would you not do it? If you could get Anthony Edwards for Austin Reaves, would you not do it? Right? Again, I've never said trade Austin Reaves for Colin Sexton. Right? I've said you trade Austin Reaves for another star that you like better as a fit alongside Luka, or if you get that other guy, you can turn Austin Reaves into a better fit amongst those stars, right? That doesn't change. As great as Austin Reaves has been, he's going to get 40 plus million. He is outside of Wemby is the best value contract in the entire NBA. He's not going to be in another year, right? He's going into a contract year. Is he worth 40 million? If he plays the way he's playing, in the playoffs and into next season, then yes. But that's the question. Can he maintain this? Right? Blowout win. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Damn, this feels good as it stands. This gives me confidence that we can make it to the finals now. Look, again, I believe this team can do it. It's just the effort. A lot of it is just the effort. Can the Lakers put together this level of effort 4 times a series? If they can, they'll win a championship. There's not a team in the league that I look at and go, Lakers don't stand a chance against them. All right, Lakers can beat anybody. We've seen them beat everybody. Literally, Lakers have beaten every team in the league except for the Cavs, but we played them literally twice in the beginning of the season. And we played the Cavs recently, I think we beat them too. Right? Literally, we've beaten Boston, we've beaten the Nuggets, we've beaten Houston, we've beaten the Warriors 3 times, we beat literally everybody, right? Unless you're the Chicago Bulls, right? For whatever reason. Oh, yeah, how about the boys out in LA? You gotta love it. Lakers perfect on both ends, yes. I still think we should go get Gobert. Nah, imagine Gobert, Luka duo. I don't like if you told me the Lakers got Nah and Gobert in the offseason, I'd be stoked, right? Like Rudy Gobert's still one of the best interior presence defensively. Problem is just a liability offensively, but Luka would, just the lobs. Problem is Gobert's age, and he's making $35 million a year coming up, right? It's a lot of money for a center, right? Especially one at his age, whatnot. But you never know, right? Look, Minnesota, no matter what happens, even if they win the championship, which I don't think they will, but even if they win the championship, they're still gonna have to make some tough decisions in the offseason. No free throws for Shea is crazy. Yeah, because Lakers did a good job of making him have to work, 1. And 2, keeping him contained, right? Defending without fouling, right? Every time SGA tried to be aggressive to go down to the basket, Lakers had 3, 4, 5 guys around him, right? Which makes it hard to, to create contact unless you're trying to force it, which, you could have argued he might have been able to do a couple times, but, Lakers did a really good job. Did a really good job of just containing and keeping him modest. Like I said, we put the NBA on notice, and I love it. OKC, KFC, JFC, Lakers at 5. I'm with it. Let's get it. Rockets and Lakers know how to prevent Shea from shooting free throws. Yeah, you just defend without fouling. Don't let him just blow by everybody to get to the basket every time. Don't let him get downhill. Lakers did a really good job of making sure he didn't get downhill every possession. I hope the Warriors lose today, too. We need the Warriors to lose today. Dame would have win. Bronny looking good. Look, I'm a believer in Bronny James. I think Bronny James, I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar or anything like that, but I do think he's going to be somebody, right? Like, again, even if he's not a superstar, if he's just like a more athletic, better version of Gabe Vincent, like, you need those guys. Look how important Gabe Vincent is when he's hitting shots and defending at a high level. Outside of SGA and maybe J-Dub, OKC doesn't have a lot of shot creation. It's very true. Very true. So again, if you can just keep SGA, again, SGA is going to get his, right? He's going to get, 25 to 30 on a nightly basis. Can you keep him within frame and modest and, and then at that point, keep, again, J-Dub shot 28% from three. So, let's see. OKC KFC, who lives in the pineapple under the sea. Lakers in 5. I love it. Let's get it. I want Grizzlies in round 1. I don't mind Grizzlies. I think Lakers run through the Grizzlies. I still stand by my only concern with the Grizzlies is their interior size. I don't think it's good enough to beat us, but I can see the Lakers kind of getting a little beat up, right? And I don't want them as beat up early on. Man, I got on YouTube to see and look up how to fix something. Then I saw your community post. I completely forgot the game came on early. 5 left in the 4th when I seen it. Why were the big still out there? First off, thank you. I'm glad you saw the community post. We were able to see the game. Secondly, the big stuff. Are you talking about our main guys? They were there till pretty late. I probably would have pulled them a little earlier. But you also got to remember, JJ Redick did that. Who was it against? We ended up winning the game, luckily. But he did that. We were up 19 or something like that, with 3-4 minutes left in the 4th. And they went on a 12-0 run or something like that. And so I don't know. I just think part of it is just I think they felt like they needed to win this game. You know what I mean? I felt like the Lakers were we can't mess around. You don't want to blow it. The Fate Decided channel is a banner. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's my first channel I ever made. If it wasn't for that channel, I wouldn't have this channel. So, the Fate Decided thing, like I said, it's something that always holds near and dear to me. If it wasn't for that channel, I never would have done that. So, I'm very thankful for that channel. Lakers in 4. Love it. Let's get it. Eamon, coming out the $5 super chat. Or Ermin, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hi, Tyler. I'm still nervous as we are still 2 losses less than the 8th seed. What do you think the key in the next 4 games for Lakers will be? Again, I'm not worried. You got to remember, Lakers have tiebreakers over everybody below us. So, yes, it's 2. You look at some of these teams, it's 2 losses, but really it's 3. Right? They would have to win 3 and then Lakers would have to lose 3. And then, because again, if let's say the Lakers end up with the same losses as Minnesota and them, Lakers would have the tiebreaker. So they leapfrog them. And then it goes to division wins and Lakers have those, right? So, or win their division, which the Lakers should win their division as long as they handle business. But Lakers are in good shape, right? That doesn't mean you can take your foot off the gas. That doesn't mean there's not some level of concern, obviously. Right? You still have 4 more games against the Thunder coming up, Houston again, Dallas, and the Blazers. Now, the Blazers should be a W, right? In reality, the Mavs should be a W, but you never know, right? Especially with this Lakers team, right? They love to play to their competition. As far as the keys to the next 4 games, the biggest one is just effort, right? A lot of the Lakers woes and when they went on that bad stretch, where they lost, what was it, 7 out of 9 or something crazy like that, was just their lack of effort on the defensive side of the ball, right? Lakers were just getting torched, that Chicago game where they give up 140, was it 146? A lot of that is just effort, right? Yeah, Chicago was hitting shots, doing that stuff, right? Lakers need to bring the effort. You saw this game. They were hustling, diving on the floor for loose balls. Literally, Dorian Finney-Smith had one where he dove on the floor and tapped the ball to, I think it was Luka or whatever, right? It's just, a lot of it is effort, right? Lakers staying focused, particularly on the defensive side. You just held the best team in basketball to 99 points. You just dropped on the best defense in basketball 126 How much did they score? They scored 126, right? A lot of it is just effort. But beyond that, role guys, right? You need guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, Rui Hachimura, right? Jared Vanderbilt, Jordan Good. You need these guys to hit shots, right? Which very like this team is a very different team when Gabe Vincent and Dorian Finney-Smith are hitting shots, right? Because it just makes everything easier for LeBron, Reaves, and Luka. But also, it's just the intensity, right? Doing the dirty work, doing those little things. Every time that they are really good at doing those little things, chasing down those loose balls, sacrificing your body, right? Challenging and contesting and moving well and, attacking closeouts, doing all that stuff. You see this team is a completely different team. Lakers have to make sure that they're handling their business on that side. So hopefully they do. We'll see how that plays out. Hopefully they continue to maintain that. But again, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Where was I? Let's see. Will you STFU about Austin Reaves? Apologies. He's literally been nonstop praising Reaves for the last past month. Some of y'all seem mentally illness for Reaves. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's my point. Right? Like, again, was I critical of Reaves early on? Of course. The guy deserved it. He was inconsistent. He didn't handle ball pressure well. He couldn't find the bottom of the bucket to save his life. He was shooting like 30% from three through the first 30 games, right? Again, I can only judge somebody based on the current situation. I am not a fortune teller, right? I was a big Reaves guy. I was, delusional at times about Austin Reaves. And then we had a year and a quarter sample size, literally over 100-game sample size of Austin Reaves being inconsistent, not handling ball pressure well, like all the things that I highlighted. I'm not going to go over it again because I did enough. And it's probably been 2 months, right? The last 30, 35 games, all I've done is praise Reaves. All I've done is talked about how great Reaves has been and just, just like everyone else, just, giving them handies, right? Pause. But no, I know, seriously, it is. It's like, dude, I've criticized Anthony Davis. I've criticized LeBron. I've criticized Luka. I've criticized everybody. But whenever I criticize Austin Reaves, people are like, "Oh, like Austin Reaves is what, untouchable? Austin Reaves is just cannot be criticized. It's crazy." Smoking that OKC pack, yes, agreed. Way too easy. What a win! This was a huge one. Yeah, we won. Shannon Brown gonna have a field day with this one. Yeah, oh yeah, he's probably gonna have 20 of them. I want him to show up, just with a bucket of crispy, right? Just, eating KFC, OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5, whatever, right? I love it. I love it. Go Lakers, Lakers in 5. Love it. Love it. I trust AR now. He's proven it to me. Shout out to AR. Yeah, 100%. He's been, the thing is, well, he hasn't been this good. Because even in the emergence year, he just emerged, right? He was younger. You can see it now. He's more mature. He has a better feel. He's a better just decision maker, right? He's the best we've ever seen him be. But he's done it long enough now where I'm confident in him. I'm very confident in him, right? We've seen a version of this Austin Reaves before, though, which is why it was so disappointing. People act like it was easy for me. Dude, I defended Austin Reaves even when I shouldn't have defended Austin Reaves, even when I should have been more critical. Dude, there's live streams and videos where people were calling me out for not criticizing Austin Reaves, right? Oh, you criticize LeBron, you criticize Anthony Davis, but you won't criticize Austin Reaves. But again, I tried to be fair, and it took a while because he was so good, he was so valuable. But at some point, it's like, okay, we have to be honest. Right. And I feel obligated to be honest, right? I don't want to have to criticize anybody. But if I don't, then how serious are people going to take me? If I'm not honest about the situation at hand, how serious, why would anyone want to listen to me? Right? If all I'm doing is just glazing all the Laker players, regardless, whether they're good or bad. It's one of those things. Right? What's going on, Daniel? First game is the most important game. Agreed, 100%. Our free throw shooting scares me, though. When we are on fire, we are unstoppable from 3. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of guys that can shoot. right? Like they do have several guys that can shoot the ball. Even like guys that you don't really look at as a three-point shooter, right? Like even Jordan Goodwin is shooting like 43% from three. Cosman coming out, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. We in this beat. OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers, and 5. I love it. I'm telling you. I want to see Shannon Sharp. I need a bucket of crispy. I need the cigar. I need everything. I need him to sit down, and I need that exact thing. I do. I want to see it so bad, man. I'm telling you, man. I would love it. Absolutely love it. But yeah, this was a huge win. Like I said, it was the first one, in my opinion, was the most important. Set the tone, set the standard, put the pressure on OKC not to lose 2 straight at home. Right? You now have the confidence going into that second game. It's really hard. Again, I want to be clear. It is very hard to beat any team on the road twice in a 2-day span, right? Now you're talking the best team in basketball. Can the Lakers do it? Of course. Absolutely they can. But I wanted that first one because now there's not as much pressure on the Lakers. But you cannot let up. You still got to handle your business. Lakers still got to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing on their end. And I like where we're at. I like our chances. Let's see. Shoot, where was I? Oh, here we go. Again, thank you, cousin. Lakers in 5, baby. Let's go. If Lakers avoid Warriors, we get to the easy finals trip. I still stand by. I think the Lakers smack the Warriors. Again, I could be completely wrong. It's very possible. It happens. But I think the Lakers run. I think the Lakers beat the Warriors in like 6. Shane says that we can sweep the Warriors. The only reason I like the Warriors are still good, and Steph and Jimmy probably win a game by themselves, right? They're good enough to win a game by themselves, but I do think the Lakers beat the Warriors in 6. I know the Warriors are looking unbelievably like they're literally they haven't lost with their starting 5. They're like 20-2 in games that Jimmy Butler starts, right? They're about as good as it gets. But regular season and playoffs are very different things, especially when you get to attack them up to 7 times on a night. Our size matches up well. They're one of the only teams that doesn't have like interior size. I really like the Lakers' chances to beat the Warriors pretty handily. Again, regular season and playoff. Lakers lost to the Warriors. Luka had probably his worst game as a Laker. Dorian Finney-Smith for sure had his worst game as a Laker. Pods had a career night. Draymond Green coming into that game was 4 of 21 from 3 and hit 2 in that game. And the Lakers still had a chance to win that game, right? Like, I think the Lakers beat the Warriors pretty handily. Again, could be completely wrong. You got to respect them. They have, again, playoff Jimmy and playoff Steph. No one wants to see them, but I like our chances. If we have to play them, we have to play them. And look, you have to play them regardless, right? You have to beat the best to be the best. I said it last year in the Thunder series, right? I don't want to, I want the smoke. Give me Thunder. And Lakers got ran through, or not Thunder, the Nuggets, right? Lakers got ran through. And everyone was like, oh, you still feel that way, Tyler? Yeah. Guess what? We weren't good enough, right? We weren't good enough. We're either good enough or we're not. I don't want to win a championship if we're not good enough, right? I want to smoke everybody. Line up the packs and let me get them, right? Like, because if you're good, what is anyone going to say? Lakers beat Warriors in the first round, Houston in the second round, and then the Thunder in the third round, and then we beat Boston in the finals. What is anybody going to say? Look at Boston. Boston walked to the NBA Finals, and everyone talks about how Boston, it wasn't a real, championship. They didn't play anybody, blah, 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 blah. I don't want that. Like, look at the bubble championship, which is as silly as it gets. It really is. It's as silly as it gets. But what does everyone say? Oh, it's not a real championship. Mickey Mouse. No one showed up. No one really cared. Blah, blah, blah. What are they going to say if the Lakers beat the Warriors, who are the best team in the league going into the playoffs? The Houston Rockets, who are the second best team in the Western Conference. The Oklahoma City Thunder, who have been the best team in the NBA all season, and then end up playing the Boston Celtics, who are the defending champs, and the Lakers smoke all of them. What is anyone going to say? Nothing, right? Give me that. Give me that stretch. Because, again, you're either good enough or you're not. You're either good enough to win a championship or you're not. All right? If we can be consistent, we get a ring this year. Agreed. Cheddah's finesse big type. Yeah, exactly. 100%. He's not that big. He might as well be 6'6". Right. I'm greedy. Let's get the sweep. Yes, I'm right there with you. Laker boys in 5. Yes. Warriors are frauds. I still think, again, regular season and playoffs are very different things. The media will make excuses for the Thunder. How could the greatest defense ever possibly give up points in an opening half? Yeah. All these fake fans believe we would beat OKC. I've been telling people OKC was fake. Lakers match up very well against the Thunder. Very well. Warriors, they need godly performances for Steph and barely won. I'm not worried about them at all. Lakers 5, right there with you. We just need to avoid Denver and Minnesota. We can beat both, but those bigs going to give us fits. Yeah, those are probably my most concerning matchups. I do, because it's very possible we could play the Clippers in the first round. I do have some concerns about the Clippers. I still think the Lakers beat the Clippers, but Ivica Zubac is a guy that could get you 20 and 20. Like, all the teams that have a center that could really give us trouble, I worry about. I worry about those teams more than I worry about, the Warriors or the Oklahoma City Thunder, even Houston. Like, Şengün is a problem on the interior, but he's not this physically imposing guy, right? Like, Rui has had success matching up with them size-wise. It's those teams that just have the big size that I worry about, right? That could just give the Lakers fits. I'm taking this version of the Lakers over any team. Yeah, I agree. This version of the Lakers we saw today are they win 16 straight, right? Like, this Lakers win. This is easy pickings. Dawn efficient 30-piece on bro. Yeah. What a win, Tyler. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting a big blow. To be honest, I don't think anyone was. Right? Even if the Lakers won this game, right? I thought the Lakers could win this game. Did a whole video about it, right? But did I expect them to beat them by 27 and be up essentially 27 the entire game? No, right? But hey, I'll take it. Again, it just further validates what I've said about this Lakers team. Right? This team, there is a version of this team that is hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the season. I've also said that the second we traded for Luka, I like this version of the Lakers to win a championship over the previous regime. Right? Again, it's nothing against Anthony Davis. I love Anthony Davis. If the Lakers win a championship this year, Anthony Davis deserves a ring. They should give Anthony Davis a ring. I think it's the right thing to do. I've seen people argue and say otherwise. I disagree. It's your opinion. You disagree, fine. But I think Anthony Davis deserves a ring if we win a championship, right? I just like this version better, right? Are we a perfect team? Absolutely not. Do we have flaws all over the place? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, Luka is one of the greatest playoff performers ever. Luka has done more with less than what he currently has. He's never played with anybody anywhere close to LeBron James, right? Kyrie is the best player he's ever played with, right? And Kyrie is nowhere near LeBron James, even at 40 in year 22, right? Jalen Brunson wasn't the Jalen Brunson he became even his first year with the Knicks. He wasn't, what he is now, right? So, again, I love it. Big Three was torching these guys throughout 3 quarters. I like Reaves and Luka carrying the load offensively and Braun plugging in yet, which is what LeBron says he wants, right? Vando is a menace. He was torching them. Yes, agree. He is huge for this team. We got to get better at the free throw line. Yeah, got to hit free throws. Got to make sure we're knocking them down. They're called free throws for a reason. I want to reduce Luka's minutes even 4 minutes. How many minutes did he play today? Problem is, you need him to get into a rhythm. You got to remember, he missed 7 weeks. I played 37 minutes. Yeah. But, this is also a big game. Right? I would have liked to cut him since we were up 30 the whole game. So it would have been nice to kind of cut it down a little bit. But I can't wait to see ESPN tomorrow and hear what Stephen A. Smith has to say. I can't wait to hear Shannon Sharp. He's going to have a blast tomorrow. And 100%. 100%. I cannot wait either. All the conversations, the narrative. Stakes coming out, $2 super chat. Thunder don't have enough perimeter size. Yeah, that's the problem. If the Lakers play them in the playoffs, Thunder are going to have a huge problem. Are they great defensively? Yes. But again, they're small, right? Like, Lakers are a big team. like very big. I mean, even in Steve Nash and LeBron were talking about this on Mind the Game the other day, right? Like, yes, they don't have like a center. Like Jackson Hayes is good, but he's not like an interior posing center, right? But they're big. Right? Like their entire like unit are all 6'6" to. I mean, even Luka's 6'6", 6'7". You have Austin Reaves who's 6'5". Right, he's the smallest guy. You got Rui Hachimura who's 6'8", 6'9". LeBron's 6'9". Right, you go with Dorian Finney-Smith. He's 6'7", 6'8". Jared Vanderbilt 6'7", 6'8". Right, like you got to, even Jordan Goodwin is like 6'5", 6'6", but he defends big. Right, like that's the difference. Like Lakers they have the size to just give the Thunder problems. They have the size to give the Thunder real issues. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Rico, come in and hop $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Good evening, Tyler. The win was important and impactful. Agreed. Yes, very important, very impactful. Again, first one is always the biggest. First one is very important. Also, I believe LA can hang with the Warriors. Agreed. I think the Lakers beat the Warriors in 5 or 6, personally. I do. I think, again, regular season and playoffs are very different things. People got to keep in mind, right? Especially with LeBron. Right? You look at a guy like LeBron. How many times do we see teams like Atlanta, right, Toronto, sweep in the regular season? And then they got to the playoffs and they got blown out in 4 every time. Regular season and playoffs are very different things. My question is, do you think about them going small and placing Maxi Kleber at the 5 upon return? Depending on when Kleber returns. And what I mean by that, which great question, by the way. If Maxi Kleber returns right into the playoffs, right? Like let's say, game 1 of the playoffs even. It's really hard to get him on the basketball court, right? I'm not saying you don't maybe try and look at it, but it's just by then you already have your rotation set, you have what you want to do set, you've already worked out and kind of game planned and schemed for the team that you're matching up against, right? Let's say Memphis, for example, right? You've already game planned and schemed, you got your rotation locked up, you have everything ready and geared up for that matchup, right? Kleber, who I do think could be a very valuable piece for Lakers, if he comes in right at the playoffs, you haven't vetted him, so to speak, right? Like you don't like, what does he look like? Is he terrible? Is he unplayable? Is he a guy that does he come right in and he just doesn't skip a beat? Right? Like there's so many unknowns with him, right? Because he hasn't played in 4 months at that point or whatever it's been, that it's tough to then now plug him in and have him be a vital piece, right? He might not even see the court if he comes back there. Now, if Maxi Kleber comes back, say, even the Mavs game, right? And he's able to get in rhythm, get a couple shots off, right? Even if it's just in spot minutes, say 10 minutes or whatever. And he's starting to, he's showing those signs of okay, he could be a valuable piece. Then, now he's had a couple games under his belt. I could see him, again, not being really a big piece, but I could see them maybe throwing out a couple units out there with Kleber, with say, something like Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reaves, Jared Vanderbilt, and Maxi Kleber, right? Something like that. I could see them maybe doing something like that. I just think it depends on when does Kleber return to action and how does he look, all right? Because it's just, I do think there is a version of Maxi Kleber that can be the difference in a playoff game, right? Like Maxi Kleber is a good player. He's not great. He's not elite. He's not he's not winning a series for the Lakers, but he's a guy that we've seen can catch fire, block the occasional shot, rebound, be a pick and pop guy, be that, that role man for Luka, right? Like there is especially when you get to the playoffs and games are decided by little nuance events, right? A key block or a key rebound or a big three or something like that, right? Like I can see Kleba being the difference in one of those games. It's just to me, it depends on when he returns. Because if he returns, like I said, late, then I don't think he sees the court at all. If he does, it's like in spots, right? I think it's in like like here and there. Like let's see how this looks, right? But appreciate you. Thank you again. To his credit, Rui was good defensively. I thought he was too. You're right. Moved well, stayed in front of guys, contested shots, closeouts, all of that. Talking about the man on the Lakers, LeBron James. And Braun didn't even have to insane score night. Yeah, imagine it when he goes off at 30, it might be a 40-point win, man. What a win. Yes, which is good. Like that's what is supposed to happen, right? LeBron's supposed to just come in and give you, 20, 25, right? And just pick his spots and, kind of attack in doses, right? Like if you have to rely on 40-year-old year 22 LeBron to give you 30 to 40 every night, that's a problem, right? But, we know at any given point he can do that. Like, hopefully, right, you have, 3 games where Luka and Reaves are being Luka and Reaves, and LeBron's just, giving you his 20. And then, if you have that game, right, say game 6 or whatever, where Luka's shot just isn't falling or Reaves is struggling a little bit, whatever, you can go to LeBron and go, hey, need you, big guy, right? Sun is setting real low, right? Like, and boom, he can go and he can go get it. Spoken at OKC pack. I love it. Lakers versus Celtics finals. I'm with it. Let's get it. Man, they could have left SGA, get 6 more points. Could have had $40 off $2. Ah, damn. I mean, they could have, but I appreciate you, Kill, but I'm glad the Lakers. I thought I'd really rather the Lakers smack them. I want you to get your bag. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, saving us up for the next game. We still need a big. Sign Dwight before the playoffs start. That's probably not happening. Didn't he just get inducted to the Hall of Fame? So that's probably not happening. Bronny was on fire today. Half court playoff basketball. Yes, exactly. Which is where the Lakers are going to thrive, big time. OKC trapped. I'm so glad we won the game. We took care of business, but job is not done. Yeah, job is not finished. Got a lot of basketball left, a lot to do. This Lakers can beat anybody. We'd like to see Rui as our starter. Give us 18, 20 points. Take them to the midi and punish them. Come on, Rui. I'm believing in you, man. Yeah, I mean, the problem is it's just not the role that they have for him. Look, I've talked about it on several occasions that I really want to see the Lakers kind of utilize Rui more in an offensive threat. I'm not saying you have to run your offense through him regularly, but there are times, especially when we go on these little droughts, right, which all teams go on, to have a guy in Rui that can just create for himself and is one of the best mid-range guys in the league, it just would be nice to just put him on the block, dump the ball down to him, and let him go to work. Let him generate some offense, right? Let's see. Thunder Kick. JJ, first time coach of any level above 9 years old, mind you, led us to the more important wins than Darvin Ham has ever, and is dealing with injuries and a tougher schedule. Yeah, and Lakers have more wins. Yes, Lakers in 5, love it. Lakers in 5. Luka is used to half court playoff basketball, being from EuroLeague. Yes, which is why he benefits so much come playoffs. Right, he's best operating in the half court, slicing and dicing the defense in the half court. Right, like. That's why he's so good. Like, that's why I'm not worried about him. Even when he's having these shooting slumps and having these struggles, right? Like, playoff basketball is almost a different sport. Like, it's crazy. Right? So I trust Luka come playoff time. I trust him to get it done. Excellent timeouts. Did we ever say that last season? Very, very rarely. Right? Like, that was one of Darvin Ham's biggest knocks. He had a couple games We had a couple good timeouts. I remember talking about it, but it was very few and far in between, right? Where JJ, I think, does it regularly. Um, I love Reeves' improvement. He could have given them another 30 piece if he wanted. Reeves 3 months ago would struggle against such a physical defense, a specialty team. You're not wrong. Austin Reaves was for a year and a quarter. I don't know what happened. Well, probably just reps and probably talking with LeBron and learning some things, but just growth. But Austin Reaves struggled mightily with ball pressure. I mean, it was a problem, like a real problem. Him handling ball pressure earlier in the season, but he's figured it out, right? Credit him. He's done a really good job handling that ball pressure. I mean, Jordan Goodwin is a great example. When he was on Phoenix last year, was killing Austin Reaves and D'Angelo Russell. Go watch that game. I mean, he had like 4 steals in that game, something like that. And it was like all on just like pickpocket and Reeves and right, like, and a team like OKC that has the best perimeter defenders in the league, and Austin Reaves was getting what he wanted. Love it. Love it. This and that Nuggets game earlier in the season really gave me some confidence in this team. Yeah. Again, there is a version of this team that can win a championship. There is a version of this team that's winning and hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy. Would have gotten blown out by 50 with AM, you're not wrong. Big Bad Thunder, LOL, yep. And Lakers came in and they huffed and they puffed and they blew his house down. Lake Show or no show, yes. Tyler, in the offseason, who would you rather have as our big and why? I mean, I still really like Walker Kessler. I just think I think Luka would make him a stud offensively. He's shown the ability to stretch the floor slightly. He's a big interior presence that can, bang with the big boys. But I think that's a little more realistic. I still don't hate the idea of Mark Williams if you can get him cheaper. I still think Mark Williams is a very good. I'd almost not guarantee because nothing's a guarantee. But if we had Mark Williams, and the Lakers win the championship. But Mark Williams gives you that interior size. He can score from either shoulder. He can pick and pop a little bit. Right. He's also shown the ability to shoot and extend out to the 3-point line. Definitely needs some work. Not something that I want him to do regularly. But something that you can work on with him. Rebounds well. Right. He's a guy that can. He's a guy that can be a 20 and 10 guy now. You pair him with Luka. I mean, he can be sky's the limit for that guy. The guy could be a 25 and 10 guy. Right. Plus, he's young enough to where there's a lot of upside and growth. If I'm the Lakers, I'd try to go after Jalen Duren again. They're gonna have to start making some decisions on their centers, right? So, can you maybe pry away Duren? That would be nice. But outside of that, I still don't hate the idea of Miles Turner. The problem with Miles Turner, he's not really what the type of center Luka likes. Right? He's more of a pick and pop center than a lob threading center, but interior defense, being able to stretch the floor, I don't hate it. Walker Kessler is still my favorite. Beyond Walker Kessler, I still say try to go after Mark Williams if you can. If you can get him at a reasonable price. The refs would have changed the whistle every 5 to 7 minutes. The Lakers would have won by at least 40. Yeah, you're not wrong. Lakers made it rain in OKC. Yep, Luka definitely built for the playoffs. His game, yeah, 100%. They gave up offensive rebounds at times smartly to have their half-court defense set, only have corner crashes. Yes. Lakers were very prepared, like very prepared. I genuinely still can't believe Luka's damn Laker. It's still crazy. Still, it almost seems like a fever dream, right? Like we're all going to wake up and it's like, damn, Lakers are a play-in team. And, we're playing the Pelicans for the final play-in spot, right? Spake KFC really bad. BSAD, when he had 18 and 12 games, he gave us BSAD when he had 18 and 12 games. He gave us heart on the defensive end. Yeah, I mean, he was always the anchor of the defense, without a doubt. Damn, I didn't see this coming. Not a blowout. Should have blown out the Warriors. Would have been nice. SGA, PGA, Aspec, Lakers in 5. What's going on, Storlax? How are you? Yes, what a win. That was a huge win. This and the Nuggets game are the best wins of the season. And they both came with Luka, yes. Luka again, I've said it, Luka loves to play these teams. The best teams in the league, OKC. I mean, from the moment we traded for Luka, I was talking about that. Like, Luka loves to play, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Warriors, he had a bad game against the Warriors, but Luka's also scored, I think, more points against the Warriors than, like, anybody else in the league, right? So, I like it. Excuse me. A little bubbly from the Monster. 0 free throws for the free throw merchant. Great D on SGA. Yes, kept him modest. Luka is good at basketball, by the way. Analysis, yes. What an excellent insight. Man, never saw that coming. But no, you're right. Snorlax, 100%. Dude, the guy is so tough. I never wanted him gone. He is him. OKC is just chilling because they know they got the 1 seed. They're not trying hard until the playoffs comes, fellas. I'm a Laker fan, by the way. They looked like they were playing pretty hard to me. They were picking up full court, right? Applying ball pressure, playing their game. I disagree. If that wasn't them playing hard, I don't know what is. Lakers going to win the chip this year. Golden State is overrated. Won't collapse in the playoffs. I think the Lakers win it. I think the Lakers have a very good chance. Rui, Vando should be the ones on the trade block. Vando, apparently, there was I actually made the video about it already. Lakers may look to trade Vando in the offseason. Like I said, even if the Lakers win the championship, I think this team looks very different next season. Very different. I think this is the Lakers team we will see in the playoffs. We haven't had time to prepare much last few weeks with the schedule. Yeah, it's very true. We haven't had practices. We haven't had a lot of things. So Lakers were able to get a couple practices in before this game, which really showed. Let's see. Well, that's why it's dumb. We're not sitting guys talking about they want to have the best record in the NBA. What's that mean without a chip? Yeah, I mean, if you got to win chip, yeah. I mean, ask the Warriors. Austin Reaves is worth a lot of capital. Agreed. Again, I'm not saying that they're going to trade Austin Reaves. I'm not saying that they should trade Austin Reaves. All I'm saying is that they're going to have to make a decision because he's not going to be, $13 million much longer, right? And is he the guy? Do you believe that Austin Reaves and Luka can win a championship as your 2 best guys, right? If the question is even, I don't know, I think you look to trade Austin Reaves because you can get a lot. You probably get a lot for him. A lot. The problem is like salary wise, he is so cheap. It'd be hard for you to get because you'd have to give up more to match salaries. But you might even be able to get a guy or 2 and then some, right? Like assets and all kinds of things. So, but we'll see. They never going to let Tyler off the hook for the AR slights. But none of them have ever been able to say I'm wrong. That's the thing that I think is funny. I've always challenged them. Okay, you disagree with me. Why? But they never have an answer. It's always just man. I get it. But it's okay to be honest. We can be honest. Doesn't hurt to be honest, right? Doesn't mean that I don't like him. It doesn't mean that I hate him. Let's see. Good to see Opera Man Caruso, LOL, at his look of frustration. Oh, that lady scenes again on Tuesday. Yeah, Lakers got to handle business. Let's see. We didn't beat the Bulls, though. That's why I said after that, I was like, unless you're the Bulls. Okay, see, really some frauds, man. I don't know about frauds. I just think, again, Lakers are a good matchup. Lakers match up very well against them. Beat great teams, lose trash teams. It's been the story of the Lakers this year, right? Lakers have owned the Western Conference. Their problem has been the East, which surprisingly, outside of the top teams, right? Like the Knicks and things like that. I mean, again, the Bucks they lost, but they sold both of those games, right? They like rested everybody in both of those games. So, and I'm not worried. If the Bucks end up making the finals against the Lakers, we'll already start celebrating a championship, right? If the Knicks or the Bucks magically make the finals and play the Lakers, we're every game is going to be a party and celebration, right? Yes, not letting them get downhill. Yes, exactly. You were right about Chet. He's just a big guard. Yeah, exactly. He really is. He's just a big guard. He might as well be 6'6". I hope we sign Kelly Oubre and get a center or Nick Claxton. Yes, I would love something like that. Kelly Oubre, a legit 3-and-D guy. Nah. I think most of the big things are probably going to come via trade, just because the Lakers have a bunch of expiring contracts from like Rui and Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleba and even Shake Milton. He has 2 more years, but they're both non-guaranteed years. And then even Reaves, if you had to, right? Like if the right trade comes along, there's a lot that they can. Yes, Reaves actually did a very good job on SGA. Stayed in front of him well, did everything. Aren't capable of taking over a game and making those around him good, like AR does. Don't even talk to me about them being better third options. Yes, Lakers would have the 3 best players on the floor every night, right? SGA, if you want to argue, is better than Luka, fine, but nobody on the Thunder is better than LeBron, and nobody outside of SGA is better than Reaves, in my opinion. Yes, tons of credit to him. Warriors need to win against Houston. Houston can have the 2 seed. I like where Lakers are at right now. I know we need Houston to beat the Warriors, because I'm assuming that's what you meant, because you said Houston can have the 2 seed. I've said from the beginning I want the Lakers to have the 3 seed. I think it gives them the most favorable path. But yes, we need because the problem is the Warriors can overtake us still, right? Unless the Lakers win outright, then we're fine. Then it doesn't matter. But I'd like to see the Warriors lose a game or 2 down the stretch. And you can make an argument Houston's probably the only team that can beat them that they have coming up, right? Like outside of that, Warriors might win outright. Let's see. Miles Turner is better than any big man you named, and he doesn't want $35 million a year. LeBron said he would take a pay cut for the right player. Turner is the right player who can shoot and score at least 20 a night. He wants his money. he definitely wants his money. I don't know where you got. He doesn't want $35 million a year. He is probably getting $30 million a year, if not more. So he definitely wants his money. That's one of the reasons why Indiana might lose him, is because there's concerns about them being able to pay him, right? So he's not just going to take, $18 million just to play with the Lakers. You never know, maybe. I'm not against Miles Turner at all. And you got to remember, it's not always about who's better. If you want to talk about who's better, then the Phoenix Suns should be winning a championship every year, right? You got Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker, right? It's not as simple as just putting players on the back of jerseys, right? The pieces have to fit, players have to fit. Again, I like Miles Turner a lot, but he's not the kind of guy that Luka is usually best with. Now, granted, Luka's never gotten to play with a guy like Miles Turner, so maybe he can make that adjustment and change and stuff. So you won't know until you actually get there. But it is something you got to keep in mind. Like Miles Turner is more of a pick and pop guy than he is a lob threat big. If you can get Miles Turner, you get Miles Turner, and you figure it out, because you can always trade him. You can always figure it out, right? So again, there's nothing wrong with getting Miles Turner, and I'm not saying you shouldn't get Miles Turner, but there's a lot of things you got to take into account and into consideration. Also, how are you getting Miles Turner? Right? Because if Miles Turner is going to cost $30 million, you're not going to be able to sign him outright. So even if LeBron does take a discount, right? So you're looking at a sign and trade, which hard caps you. So you get Miles Turner, are you going to be able to get other guys? Like, what happens if you can get What happens if you can get Kelly Oubre? What if you can get these other 3-and-D guys, right? There's a lot of factors. It's not as simple as like, oh, Miles Turner is the best center available, go get him, right? I'd rather have, Nick Claxton and with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Kelly Oubre, and another 3-and-D guy than just Miles Turner, right? So just, again, things you got to keep in mind. Our bench was awesome, yes. Is there a chance we could say the 3 seed until the playoffs? Yeah, if the Lakers win outright, they finish the 3 seed. At worst, they would finish the 3 seed. They could actually finish the 2 seed, depending on what Houston does. So Lakers control their destiny. If Lakers win outright, at worst they can finish is the 3 seed. If they don't win outright, then it really comes down to the Warriors and Denver, how much they win. But Lakers have full control over where they end up, either the 2 or the 3 seed. Huge win to show we can compete with top contenders. I missed the game, recovering from my Duke boys losing that. Dude, I don't even want to talk about that. I was so mad. So mad. So for those that don't know, I'm a Duke guy. I've always been a Duke guy. Grew up, Taylor Lautner, JJ Redick, Jason Williams, Kyrie Irving. I am a Duke guy. Always have been. And they epic collapsed that game. Like, epic collapse. Thanks for bringing that up, Chris. I was so mad. Oh, man. Yeah. That hurts. I'm ending the stream. Goodbye, everybody. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking. No, I appreciate you, Chris. But yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt for sure. The seeding's not a big deal. It's all about matchups. Yeah, matchups and health are my biggest things. Look, I've said it all season long, right? If we have to be the 5th seed, but Lakers are fully healthy, I'll take my chances. No one's going to look back. If Lakers win the championship, no one's going to look back and go, yeah, but the Lakers were the 5th seed. Like, no one's going to care, right? Like, Lakers won the championship, right? I want home court because Lakers have been a very good home team. And I do think that there's going to be some learning curves in the beginning of the season or in the beginning of the playoffs. Apologies. But, I do, I would like home court so you can kind of work through those things. Biggest win of the season. This was a great win. 21. Can you do something for me? JJ did the right thing. Keeping the guys out there that long. We can't mess around with the team, with the bench. Yes, great. And like I said, JJ, I think, has a little fear from that previous game, right? Like, never was worried about OKC. We need to hold on this 3rd seed. Best finish for us. Yes. That's the ideal scenario. He averaged 18 points per game in the playoffs, shooting 40% from 3. That was before who he is right now. So, yes, he's doing this in the playoffs, 22 points per game. Fate decided Tyler talks about anything. Yes, exactly. I mean, the plan is to, again, I want to do this for a living. Can't be so one-dimensional, right? You gotta have diversity, right? So I got a little bit of everything. And the West has to play the West too. So someone is going to lose. Exactly. Like regardless, this is going to be a juggernaut which I'm, as just a basketball fan, I am incredibly excited for the playoffs, right? Particularly the Western Conference. Western Conference playoffs are going to be insane, right? And I am very excited for it. Very excited for it. But, we'll see. Time will tell how this all matches up and how the Lakers match up. But, yeah. And then, admin. Oh, I already got this one. The fate decided thing. Yes. So, yeah. Like I said, that was actually my first channel, which also, shameless plug real quick, because I'm almost to 1,000 subs on the new channel. I just put a link. That's not the Fate Decided channel that everyone keeps bringing up. That's my new personal channel that many of you asked me to start, and I did start. And that's just like a fun channel where I'm just going to talk about whatever, talk about random topics, whatever you're all interested in. Go check out that channel. There's a couple videos on there. Go watch those videos. I need the watch time, so play all and just let them play for me because I need the watch time. But go subscribe to that channel for me, that personal channel. And then, yeah, I'll periodically plug. I guess I should do like the Fate Decided channel too. I've actually never plugged the Fate Decided channel on this channel, not for any particular reason, just haven't done it. Like, it's just not the demographic, so I'm like, but there's Fate Decided that everyone keeps talking about. I just put that in the link. So go subscribe to those 2 channels. The Fate Decided channel, I talk about like horror movies and stuff. That channel's actually had like 5 different iterations. But if it wasn't for that channel, I never would have started this channel. So I am forever grateful for Fate Decided, because I never would have had the success that I have on this channel, which I'm very thankful for. All you beautiful people. So go subscribe to those 2 channels. I also have like 4 other channels, but most of you already know about those. The As It Stands Sports, AS the Laker Show, you know, the other Laker channel. But yeah, go subscribe to all my channels. I'd appreciate that. That'd be awesome. I should probably promote Fate Decided more. Probably should. It's a good idea. But anyway, back to basketball talk. Just really Warriors and Celtics. Yeah. Lakers, I think, beat both of them. Expect a close one next game. 100%. The next one's probably going to be dogfight. Are you excited for Terrifier 4? I am. I actually really am excited for Terrifier 4. It's kind of funny. So like Damian Leone, who is the creator and director, I've had the luxury of talking to him a couple times, and he's a really cool guy, really nice guy. I'm excited for his success, because like he's a guy that just like had a dream, had a vision, which all of us have had, and it just took off, right? The original Terrifier ended up being like back cataloged on like Netflix, and then the pandemic happened and people found it, fell in love with it, and now he's about to have a 4th film. So I mean, it's his journey has been amazing. So, and like I said, he's a really nice guy. I've even had like criticisms about the Terrifier franchise stuff, and he's like really like, awesome. Like he's like, hey, great criticisms. I really appreciate it. All that stuff. Like he's awesome. Do you think we re-sign Jackson Hayes or get another center? I think it depends on his cost. I can see a team maybe giving him $8-10 million, which at that point Lakers might lose him unless he's willing to take like a hometown discount. I also think it depends on if a team is willing to start him or not. If a team's like, hey, we'll start you, then maybe not. I don't know. I just think it depends on the circumstances. I'd say it's probably like 50-50. I don't hate, and I've said this, I don't hate the idea of like trading for, say, a Mark Williams and then bringing in Clint Capella as a backup. I don't hate that at all. I actually think that we'd have like an excellent front court at that point. You still concerned about the Warriors, Tyler? If we faced them in the playoffs, we didn't see that type of game. Now we faced the Warriors last night. I have never been worried about the Warriors. I know I did the video about it, but if you actually watched the video, I said I'm not worried about the Warriors. The title was what everyone keeps saying, so I just made the title what everyone's been saying, and that's why I added a question mark. So I mean, in the video, I said, I broke down some concerns. I broke down, concerning things about it, but for the most part, I think the Lakers beat the Warriors pretty handily. Sorry, I think I read that wrong. I read that you said, yes, still concerned. I read you still concerned. So never mind. Sorry. Rewind. Yes, I saw your comments on that video too, by the way. But as for me, no, I'm not concerned. Look, Lakers can beat anybody. Can anyone beat the Lakers? Sure. Lakers have a lot of flaws, a lot of holes, and we've seen this team not be great. But I think the best version of this Lakers team is better than every team in the league. Nuggets and Warriors lost today would be perfect. That would feed families, particularly Laker families, right? We really need them to lose today. That would be fantastic. Just got home from work. How the F did we blow them out? Excellent execution, excellent play from coaching staff to players. Great game plan. Kept SGA pedestrian. Kept them off the foul line. Did what we were supposed to do. Lakers showed up, baby. Gotta love it. But yes, excellent win. Excellent play. Excellent game. All right. I'm going to do a handful of more game questions here. I'm going to get out of here. Got some videos to make, some things to break down. Got a lot of work to do. 2 first-round picks, not as if we are going to get a Turner in the draft and would Rui. Saying trade 2 firsts for Turner? You wouldn't. If you're trading for Turner, you wouldn't have to. The only way you're going to get Turner is if he wants to go to Lakers. Because if he's willing to still stay in Indy, then they're not going to go. They're not going to trade him, right? So he has to essentially say, I want to go to Lakers, and then you'd have to sign and trade him, which at that point, you're not giving up any picks. You'd have to give up players or do something. Maybe like a heavily protected pick, but yeah, I see Rob says Miles Turner fits AD and Braun, not Luka and Braun as much. Yes, agreed. Again, I like Miles Turner a ton. I really wanted Miles Turner. To this day, I think we might have won a championship had they have traded for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Let's see. Let's see. It's because Austin Reaves was always the scapegoat, even when he was a role player. That's why I always remind Tyler his chat is goofy. Well, first off, I thought so. Wait, so is Reaves the GOAT, the third best player, or is he a role player? Right, because those are very different things. Two, Austin Reaves wasn't the scapegoat; he was just bad. Right? I mean, look again. We've criticized LeBron on this channel. We've criticized everybody. Right? Like it's not scapegoating if Austin Reaves is just bad. Right? Like again, were we scapegoating LeBron when we were criticizing LeBron for losing us a game and turning the ball over the other night? No, we were criticizing him, rightfully so. Again, if Austin Reaves is bad and you criticize him, it's not scapegoating, right? And look, I am very defensive about people scapegoating. I talk about it all the time. People love to find that one singular person to blame, one singular person to go after, right? I've defended Austin Reaves at times when people have tried to scapegoat him. But when somebody is bad and you criticize them, again, it's not scapegoating. It's not. There's very big differences. Just in time to hear Tyler's Reaves hater rant. What's up, Luck? I appreciate you. Saw you pop in. Let's see. Oh, hey, Blucka, since you're here and because you can actually like do it, I know. Can you put the links to my other channels? I already did Fate Decided and then the new As It Stands Sports channel. Can you, if you don't mind, Blucka, real quick, can you put AIS The Lakers Show As It Stands Sports on link in the chat, please, if you could, if you have the time. If not, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. But we were talking about all my channels earlier, and so I put the links to those two because people keep finding Fate Decided, which is awesome. So if not, like I said, don't worry about it. But if you can, I'd love you forever. Thank you, buddy. Oh, you did. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Go click those links too, by the way. If you haven't clicked the other two, click the other two, and then click the ones that Blucka is putting in the chat for me, please. And then those will be all my channels. I have a Spurs channel too that I started because of Wimby, but none of you are going to care about the Spurs channel, so I'm not even going to really do that. But yeah, if you go click those links when you can, after the stream, right now, whatever, go subscribe to all those channels. I'd appreciate it. I should probably shamelessly plug my channels more. I don't really do it unless somebody mentions them, but I should do it more. Thank you, Blucka. I appreciate you, buddy. Oh, I don't think I answered this question. We have to get better at free throw shooting, especially in tight games in the playoffs. I do worry about that, right? Outside of Austin Reaves, we've seen, even LeBron, Anthony Davis was like, dude, Anthony Davis was like always my worst fear at the free throw line, right? Like Austin Reaves is always like terrifying at the free throw line, but we got to do a better job of hitting free throws down the stretch. My like back's tightening up. The Lakers consistently made vids begging to trade Reaves, and I mean multiple, and I made videos daily about trading everybody. I'm the trade guy. Let's go out and win both games then. Yes, agreed. Let's see. Hell no, we ain't trading Reaves for Dyson Daniels. Elite offense always beats elite defense. This is not the same Reaves as Breakout. No, it's not, which is why I said he's much better. But I'm saying we've seen a very good version of Austin Reaves before. This version is more controlled, better discipline, better understanding of the game. Wolves playing good right now. Yes, they are. They are 15. Tyler, do you think we can get Jaden McDaniels this offseason? I would love Jaden McDaniels. My only problem with Jaden McDaniels is his three-point shooting. That guy is so inconsistent, right? Like he's like a younger Dorian Finney-Smith. But if you can get Jaden McDaniels, you do it. I mean, there is a genuine argument he is the best perimeter defender in the league. Jaden McDaniels is very good, but he just his inconsistencies shooting the basketball is very concerning. So that's my only problem. Like, what is he doing this season? He is. Come on, where is that? There we go. So he is shooting 33.6% from three. He's a career 35% three-point shooter. He's had one season in which he shot 39.8% from three on 3.4 attempts. He had 36% his rookie season, 31.7%, 39.8%, 33.7%, and then 33.6%. That's my only problem. It's a little is very inconsistent shooting the three ball. And I think the Lakers already have enough of those like one-dimensional, guys. Tyler, how are you liking the move? You enjoy the new location? I don't mind it at all. I'm all like Vegas is hot, man, right? Like, and I actually prefer the cold. Nothing's worse than the heat, right? Like, look, I like living in Vegas. One of the reasons why I moved there and stayed there for 11 years. But I don't mind it out here. It's nice. It's beautiful, right? All the scenery. It's the weather's been bipolar, right? It's like rainy one minute and like cold the next stuff. So I'm excited to see how kind of the other seasons go, right? Before I really make an adjustment. Look, I'm a homebody anyway. I don't really go anywhere. I don't really do anything. Just work all day, make videos, do live streams, all that stuff. Take care of my kids, have family time. If I go out, it's usually like with my kids, like to go do something fun. So I don't mind it. I enjoy it. I'm excited to settle in. We're looking for a house, and we're in the process of everything. So everything takes time, but I'm excited to kind of like get to where we're going to be for the next couple of years. Unless I hit it big or something, right? Unless I win the lottery or something, or YouTube channels just skyrocket over the years. So I'm just excited to like settle in. Do you also see Vando as being super impactful and key to our play, rebounding, hustle, energy, and just blow up other teams' actions? He's so vital in only 50 minutes. Yes. So I have talked very heavily about Vando being an assignment guy and his impact, right, to this team. He's very valuable and very important to this team because of what you talked about, right? Like, people don't look at him as an offensive player, but he generates a lot of offense for Lakers through offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, creating turnovers, live ball turnovers, right? Like all of these things, just being a cutter, a roll man, guy in the dunker spot, all that stuff. But he's great on assignment. 3-4 minutes a quarter where he's just locked in, exerting all his effort and energy on whomever that person is in front of him, right? That's kind of what he's best for, right? So hopefully that he is able to continue to do that in the playoffs, because we need him to be the best version of Jared Vanderbilt in those spot minutes as possible. But YRS, because I see your comment, and I'm probably not going to get to the bottom of the stream. I use Basketball Reference because it gives you the breakdown of like every stat and then advanced stats and then per 36, all of that stuff. So I saw, where do I get my stats? Like if I'm looking at individual player stats, then that's usually where I get it from, or like StatMuse if I need like a specific, or cleaning the glass, things like that. If I need like specific players or whatever. Yes, great win. Let's have to go. These Western Conference playoffs are going to be a must watch. I am so excited for the playoffs. Like, just the basketball fan, right? Obviously, Laker guy, want the Lakers to win, need the Lakers to win. But the basketball fan in me is so, so, so excited for the playoffs. We need the Warriors to lose tonight. Rockets can take the 2 seed. Yes, agreed. Agreed. The Lakers would be scary if they can get a solid center in the offseason. Agreed. I still think the Lakers win a championship this year. It's just going to come down to, how well do they play? If we had the same team with Darvin, we would still be playing games. I agree. I think so too. Like, genuinely, I think so too. I can't wait to witness playoff LeBron and playoff Luka on the same team. It's going to be special to watch 100%, which is why I have confidence the Lakers win the championship. Tyler, how many turnovers did the whole team, big three, have the whole game? I don't think we even got into double digits beside the fourth quarter leads turnovers. Lakers had 15 in the game. Going into the fourth quarter, I think they had eight or 10, something like that, off the top of my head. The main three guys did good. I think they had like 7 combined. LeBron had 2, Reaves had 3, and Luka had 2. So yeah, 7. So yeah. And then you had Jackson Hayes had 2, Rui had 1, Dorian Finney-Smith had 1, which was that bad pass. Goodwin had 2, and Vando had 2. So yeah. Yeah. So our main 3 guys, who 7 is fine, right? Given those 3, they're so heavy on ball, so heavy usage, makes sense that they're going to have some turnovers. All right, let me do a couple more. Then we can get out of here. Wisconsin must have something in the air because Tyler is finally able to grow what could be mistaken for the beginning of a beard. I can always count on you, Blucka, to boost my confidence, boost my ego. If my ego isn't big enough yet, you chiming in with the beard. Hey, look, it's starting to grow in a little bit. I like trimmed all the patch here, so it's just like straight. It's just Oh. Haters gonna hate. Let's go. Nice win. Yes, gotta love it. The circus and one shot was great. He had 2 of them too. But that one where he like threw it straight up and it came in, it was beautiful. Let's see. AR is nice, not 30 million per year. Nice yet. He's probably gonna get. He's definitely 30 million a year. He's not 40 though. Not until post LeBron. Problem is somebody's gonna pay him 40 million, especially the way he's playing right now. Even if he a team would probably give him 40 million just to get him off the Lakers. Zeke Naji would be nice. I wouldn't mind something like that. Obviously, I'm super glad we won, but these wins kind of make me annoyed at the losses, the bad teams. Yeah, always, right? But I mean, look, bad losses happen, right? Things happen. You just gotta, as long as they're beating the teams that they need to beat, right? So many games we should have won if we had just taken them seriously. Yeah, you're not wrong. The water, everyone's asking where water is wet. I'm surprised he was. Dude, he wasn't there in the Warriors stream when the Warriors beat him. Dude, that guy is just in the chat talking mess, which hey, at least he's consistent. But the one time he had to glow, the one time he had to actually talk mess, and we haven't seen him since. It's wild. I don't know what happened to him. I'm actually very disappointed. I was fully expecting him to just go on a tear, and he just disappointed all of us. The only team gives me concern. Playoff time comes as the Warriors, Tyler. That's it. We're not playing like this when we face the Warriors. I disagree. I think Lakers can fully play like this against the Warriors, but Turner is just an upgraded version of Mavs. C. Wood. I mean, better defensively, better shot blocker. He's bigger, but I get the idea. How do we went? Just excellent execution, excellent defense, playing both sides of the basketball. OKC Thunder, Scott Summer, small wonders, Lakers in 5. I'm telling you, I love those little things. Lakers win NBA Finals. I'm with it. I am right there with you. 48 and 30. Yep, gotta love it. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday! First off, Luigi, happy birthday. And I'm glad that they blew him out on your birthday. Emily, like, share, and subscribe. Yes. Take a quick second. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. All of that stuff. Yes, I really do appreciate it. And the Duke, I don't want to talk about the Duke collapse. I am so mad about that. I'm so mad about that. A little ASMR to have you all feel my pain. But first game since 2021. 80 LeBron, not Luka, and LeBron as much. Yes. Does anyone know what happened if Dan and LA ties in the standings? Golden State wins the division. Lakers have tiebreaker in. Oh no, they're tied 2-2. If Golden State wins the division, then it goes to, I believe, conference wins. Yeah, I think it's conference wins, which Lakers have more of. So it goes to division, like who won their division, which the Lakers would win, and then it goes to conference wins. But first game since 2021 that SGA shot 0 free throws. Jokic is the MVP. He's more impactful. SGA just baits, fouls, and falls over every shot. Not wrong. Not wrong at all there. It's just so random. It would be somebody named Florida native. Just the random LeBron is trash. And of course, it's somebody by Florida native, named Florida native. You're not giving Floridians or whatever you guys are called good reps. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here so I can go make some videos for you guys. Real quick on the way out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you could, go click those links. I put all of my channels that I have in the chat. Go click those links. Blucka was kind enough to put some in the chat for me as well. So yes, go click all the links, go subscribe to all my channels. You people are beautiful. Job's not finished, right? Got another win that we need against OKC. Let's get it. Let's win it and get 2 in a row. But you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys.